Hi, and welcome to Thursdays at 3. You haven't seen me in the last 2 weeks because I've had laryngitis and I'm just coming back from it. So I hope you can hear me today as we talk about sugared pecans. And we're going to use cinnamon in with our sugar, so they're technically called candied cinnamon sugar pecans, but I hope you'll like it. This is one of my mom's very favorite recipes. And she actually handed me some nuts after she bought them on sale at Publix and said, hey, can you make me some of those? So today I'm going to share with you how you do that. The first thing you want to do, hopefully you have a jelly roll pan or a large sheet pan. It's not like they roll off or anything like that. I guess you want to be able to see what I'm doing, right? We're going to go ahead and grease our jelly roll pan because these are going to be very sticky with the sugar. So you want to be able to flip them very easily while they're in the oven. So of course, this is my very favorite Pampered Chef half sheet pan. Very spacious, made out of heavy duty rolled aluminum. Does really, really well in the oven. My friend Gina Tolfa is watching. She's like the busiest hairstylist I know, and she's got a few minutes to watch. I feel so honored. So the first thing is we go ahead and we do the pan. You want to turn your oven on to 250. And then after that, this is where it gets really fun. How do you get the sugar to stick to the pecan? I'm going to show you. You want to start with an egg white. If you're not very good at removing the yolk, then either learn the trick or just get yourself an egg separator. I'm happy to sell you one. Just let me know. And then you need 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and vanilla just makes everything. Gina, I'm so glad you're sharing your everyone needs analysis. So I'm using my little easy read and the directions. So you're like, really, this is gonna stick? Say to whip it until it's frothy. 30 seconds. And ooh, it smells so good. It almost smells like an alcoholic beverage because of the vanilla. And there's so much in there, but it doesn't taste, you don't even taste the vanilla. It just helps that flavor up the egg and it'll stick. Okay, so I don't even know if that was 30 seconds. We need it kind of frothy. And then we're gonna add 4 cups of pecans or pecans, however you wanna say it. Tomato. I was thinking, if you're watching now or watching later, I would love to know what your favorite Christmas movie is. I just watched Santa Claus 3 the other day. And you know what? What am I going to do with this many pecans left in the bag? So I'm cheating today, and I'm going to add that to the mix. So part 1, go ahead and butter your pan. Part 2, you got to do the egg, and then you got to toss the pecans in the egg white and vanilla mixture until they're good and coated. So sometimes I was shaking them. Ooh, one flew out. Or you can just toss them like this. And really, this is a pecan recipe, but you could do this with cashews, maybe macadamias. I don't know. You'd have to see what kind of nuts you like. So what's that, 30 more seconds? And then now you want to create the sugared mixture. So you need a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. We need a 1/2 cup. This is like old school Pampered Chef. I don't know if anybody remembers that logo. I'm pretty sure it's from the 80s. We need a 1/2 cup of white sugar. And you know what? If I got a little extra in there, it wouldn't be the end of the world because I put a few extra pecans in my recipe. So we're gonna throw some white sugar, brown sugar. You can use pumpkin spice, or I'm just gonna go ahead and do, Gina's favorite movie is Rudolph. I'm gonna do cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Most of the time, you can't go wrong with the cinnamon, right? I mean, if you added it instead of cumin to a Mexican recipe, I don't know, but okay. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I normally tell you, do not add salt over your recipe because you never know. You should really do it over the sink, but something like this, it'll be just fine. So I kind of just broke up my lumps, but you don't even have to do that. So we're ready. We are going to take our nuts, our pecans, and stir them up one last time and empty them in the bag. I think, honestly, it took me longer to clean up my kitchen from all the holiday baking I've been doing than it takes to actually prepare this recipe. Because it's, I don't know, what, 5 minutes if that. And you get bonus points if you don't expel any of the pecans from the bowl onto the counter or the floor. So bonus points for you if you did it. So now we have our bag. And this is all it takes. A good shake. And that egg white, when you think about it, when you put, I'm just gonna let you look at me so I can tell you. When you put egg in a recipe, it is a binding agent. That's what's gonna hold it together. So now that we've put an egg white in here, it's really holding the cinnamon sugar to the pecan. And I put a bunch of sugar in there, but I want you to be able to see. And I'll go back down so you can see. Check out this bag. There's not tons of remnants in the bottom. That's where the extra sugar usually is. But look at this. Ta-da! They're so beautiful. I'm just going to spread that out on my pan. Now, this process, 5 minutes. What time is it? Okay, 6 minutes. Now you have to bake them for an hour, and you have to stir them every 15 minutes. So if you're home and you're doing something else, totally worth it. If you're headed out to a dinner party, not worth it at all. So we're gonna do a little movie magic, and I'm gonna shove these in the oven. So that right now. And now we're gonna talk about, you have completed pecans, ta-da! I don't know if I can get up. Let's see if I can get up to the camera and you can just see how very beautiful those are. See how candied and delicious? It's like they were store-bought, but I made them here. So with that in mind, now you have your candied pecans, and they're so delicious, and I already ate like 3 before the show started, so I should probably cut back because I'm probably gonna be diabetic. Now, what do you do with them? Well, I took trays to the school and different stuff today, and I was just gonna show you how fun it is that you don't have to worry about trying to send a big bowl. I mean, pecans can be expensive, so I'm gonna show you what I wound up doing. So this was like a little plate. I have to ice these cookies when the show is over today, but these are my world famous chocolate chip cookies, coffee cake. I will just depart and tell you I made little brownie cups, and I put mini Reese's cups in there to die for. Oh, you know what's not on here are my Buckeyes, but that's okay. So one of the things that you can do is just take a fun little mini muffin holder, and you can fill it with some candied pecans. And isn't that a great little something to take over to the neighbor? Or, as it happens, one of our friends that is watching now will get a box in the mail in a couple days. And I took some pecans, added them to my cute little red and white polka dot bag, taped it up, and wrote yumminess inside. And so now you've just been able to give somebody something homemade and very thoughtful. And I just bought a pack. I mean, you go to Michael's, you go to Joann's, you can go anywhere and get all these little things. So you know what? In today's world where you can Amazon anything to your house at any time. I was watching a video the other day, and somebody at Amazon, homeless guys in New York, backpacks and socks, and that's all really wonderful. But sometimes if you just want to show people how much you love them, just bake them something. Tune into one of my other videos and you can learn how to make the coffee cakes or whatever. People just appreciate that you thought of them. So from my family to yours, Merry Christmas. Thank you for bearing with me and my voice. And if you ever have any questions, comment. I'm happy to reply and to help you be inspired, motivated. And what was the other thing I was thinking of? I don't know, instructed, I guess, to be the best that you can be in your kitchen. So thank you for tuning into Thursdays at 3 this whole year, and I look forward to cooking with you in 2019. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.